Don't start Turo until you watch this video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about what it's been like since I've started my Turo rental car business. Now, if you don't know, I have a Hyundai, which is a 2015 Hyundai Accent, and this thing has made me a decent amount of money. But I want to talk to you guys about all the ups and downs. I'm currently at work right now, but I had to go pick the car up because we had to have an inspection done. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. All right. So first things first is when you are having your cars put on Turo, at some point you're going to have an inspection done. Okay. And I'll let you see the inspection sheet, but I won't show the info on it, but I'll show you really quick. So as you can see, these are all the things that Turo requires you to have complete before you can relist your car back on Turo, okay? So I think it's about 6 to 7 months away from when you put the car on Turo. They'll usually want you to submit an inspection sheet, okay? Now you can do this through their designated people like Goodyear, or there's all different places you can go to, or you can go to your own mechanic and have them do it as well. That's what I did. I took it to my mechanic that I always take my car to. It did cost me about $115. If you know someone that's cheaper, obviously go the cheaper route. But, definitely get your inspection done. And as soon as I put it on there, my car was listed back immediately. So easy to do, not hard at all. All right. Now, this car, we've had it since April of this year. And we are now in October, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months exactly. This car is officially paid off. We've made all the money back from what we paid for this car. I think we started out at like 84,000 miles on it. And in 6 months, they've put on about 10,000 miles, okay? So roughly, you got to think, if you go a full year, you'll probably be putting about 20,000 miles on these cars, all right? Now, here's the thing you want to think about. At what point do you sell the cars? All right. What I would say is, if the car is costing you a lot of money, meaning you have to keep fixing things and stuff like that, you definitely probably want to look at selling it. It doesn't matter how long you've had the vehicle for. If you had it a month, 2 months, 3 months, and it's costing you a lot of money to repair the vehicle, then I would definitely get rid of the vehicle. Okay. So for example, I have a Ford Fusion that has been doing me really good. And it has now hit a point where it's messing up, and I don't want it to cost me a lot. So I'm very close to saying I might just sell the vehicle, but I'm trying to give it one last shot to see if I can at least fix it and get it running. If I can get it running, I'll probably just sell the car in general, because I don't want to deal with putting it back on Turo, and then I'll take that money and reinvest into another vehicle. All right. So most likely that's probably what I'll do, but I need to get the car running. That's my biggest issue with that car. It is still in the shop. And the reason why it's still in the shop this long is because I'm going through like a personal friend that's a mechanic at Ford. And, he has to work as well. So I'm being very loose with how long he has the vehicle for. Plus, he's very reasonable when it comes to price versus, your standard mechanics who like to charge $130 an hour or whatever it is. So still down on the Ford Fusion. Now, my other car, my red car, I do need to go take that one to get an inspection done, which I'm probably just going to take it to him to do the inspection, because it'll just be much easier to do. And he's not probably going to charge me anything, if anything. So not going to worry about that. But that's really it for my own personal cars. Now, as of in my business side, we've expanded. So how we have our cars so far, we have a total of 3 cars, technically 4, but one we only run on special occasions because it's like a BMW X5 and we don't want to mess that up. So, but we technically have 3 vehicles. I have one in my location. One of my other business partners has one in his location. And then my third business partner has one in his location. So we're in 3 different areas, and we're running it where we are. That way we can expand in those different parts of Illinois, I should say, right? So we cover 3 different towns or cities in Illinois, and, it's been pretty good. We do need to get probably 2 more vehicles in each area, and we just added a 4th partner to our business. So he's going to be covering a good amount of area that we don't get to cover because we don't live in that area, right? So at that point, we'll be covering 4 parts of central Illinois, And that's going to be amazing. That's going to help us grow our business and everything like that. And that's what you want to do, is get to at some point. You want to get to a point where you can expand and grow your business. Now, I know a lot of you guys are by yourself. A lot of you guys are entrepreneurs on your own, and you don't have people that see the vision and don't believe in you and everything like that. Understandable. It took me proving to my current business partners, doing it myself, for them to see that this is something we should get into. And now look at us now, right? We have 4 vehicles. We're working on a 5th one, and we could technically go for more, but for right now, we're going to try to work on this 4th one and, get things rolling. So that's, sometimes you have to prove people wrong. And it's not a bad thing if people don't believe in you at the moment. It's just sometimes it takes you proving them wrong. Sometimes you have to show them that, they just need to be proved wrong. That's the best way I can put it. And, I'm glad that, I like that. I like when I have to prove myself to people for them to show, or to them to believe that I can do the job, or believe that what I'm talking about is something that could be successful in the future. All right. So doing Turo can be very easy. It can also be very frustrating, because you'll have customers that, leave your cars very filthy, especially like me. I work a full-time job, and I work a lot of hours, and having to, clean these vehicles, have them ready for the next day for customers, it can get very frustrating. All right. So what I did today was I brought the vehicle to work, because I'm going to get off early today. I'm going to get this car detailed and get it unsnoozed so it's ready to go and everything like that. All right. But other than that, it's a game, man. You got to play the game. If you want to win, you got to play the game. You're going to lose in the game. Think about Call of Duty or 2K, right? You don't win every game, right? But the games you win, you win. Even if you suck at it, you still play it because you enjoy it and you keep doing it. Same for Call of Duty, same concept, right? You lose, you win. Regardless, you keep doing it because you love it, right? That's how I look at this. It is a game. You have to play it. You're either going to get good at it, or you're just going to be mediocre, or you just might not be that good at it, right? And that's the reality you have to face. But life is a game in general, right? Every day you wake up, and you should be thankful that you woke up. You're playing a game of, how is your day going to go? How's your life going to go, right? And I know I'm going into this whole different thing, but I like for you guys to just open your mind up a little bit, and don't let other people tell you what you can't do, or maybe bash you because you see more for yourself, or you want more for yourself. All right. But definitely start your Turo. If you haven't watched my previous videos before, go back and watch my previous videos, because I give you guys a lot of game. I'm very transparent. You can go back and look. I'll tell you how much I've made. I'll give you any information you want to know, anything you want to know. I'm always here for you, right? Just leave it in the comment section. I'll answer any questions that you have when it comes to insurance. You're definitely going to need insurance. And let's touch on that again, because I saw a comment where someone asked about the insurance. So really quick, with insurance, you want to have insurance in your car just like you have insurance on your regular car, right? The reason I say that is because when you have your own personal insurance on the car, that's protecting you for when the car isn't rented. Because when the car is rented, Turo provides insurance on the vehicle. So that way your insurance is gone and it's now covered by Turo. All right. When the car isn't rented, and let's say, like in my case, I had to drive this car to work, because I had to bring it with me. And, if something was to happen, Lord forbid, I'm covered under my own personal insurance. Turo wouldn't cover that. All right. So you want to make sure you have insurance for your vehicles, because you want to be covered for things that are outside of Turo. All right. Now, if you don't know any brands or any companies to get your insurance through, there are different kind of what I'm going to call them. I'm just going to call them business ride share insurance companies that you can get insurance through. For example, we use Roady, Roady, I think is what it is, or Roadly, one of the two. That's who we use, and we've been using them. They're very reasonable price. I think we pay about $60 to $65 per car, and they're very reasonable. Now, they have changed. When we first signed up, you could have one vehicle. I think now they're up to, you must have 3 vehicles in order to get their insurance. I might be wrong. You might even be able to call in and say, hey, I have a vehicle, and they might be able to still add you. I mean, if they're going to make some money, why not make some money? So that's one that I use. There's another company called Tint, Tint. who also is, they work with Turo, so you can also get insurance through them. Outside of those two, you want to check with your personal insurance policy. For example, if you have State Farm, Progressive, Tesla, wherever your insurance company is, just check with them and say, hey, I want to get insurance on this other vehicle, okay? I'm not saying you need to tell them anything specific on what the car is being used for. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not even suggesting anything. I'm simply saying your standard insurance for whatever company you have insurance on, just get liability if you own the car. That's all you need. You don't need anything special for your car for insurance, all right? So I hope that helped answer that question, because I know somebody asked about it, and I just wanted to make sure I touch on that, all right? But other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you don't have two vehicles, then figure out a way where you can have a personal vehicle and another vehicle to invest in. If you got to go on with a partner, get a partner. You guys both invest in one vehicle together. Maybe you got $2,500, they got $2,500, and you guys buy a car together, and you guys split the profits. You both take care of the car. However it works, maybe that's your way of getting started. Okay, sometimes you just got to get started, and if you don't have the money, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so don't make excuses. Continue to grow. Try to get better. Don't act like this is something you can't do, because I promise you it is very easy and you can do it. Even if you're in college, if you're in high school, if you have time. I don't even have time. I have 2 kids. I work full time. I have 2 businesses that I run, which is Turo and my mobile detail business, and I'm still able to do it. So you definitely can do it. If you get yourself a lockbox, you get yourself a tracker, you don't have to worry about being there, being available for the car. All you have to do is make sure it's clean and ready to go. Make sure you set your hours of when people can book your cars about 12 hours apart. So that way you get a good grace period to get your car ready to go for the next person. All right. So I hope this video really helped you guys out. Man, I'm burning up. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. I can answer any questions you guys have on Turo. All right. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Scoofy here. Subscribe to the channel. Invite your friends and family. Don't forget, turn on the notification bell, because once we reach 10,000 subscribers, I will be giving away $200. All right. Scoofy here, and I'm out.